to play with toys. I have.
Okay, guys, let me just interrupt for a bit, okay? I want everybody to know, because most of you are new. It's your first time here in this platform. I want you guys to know that we will do a live broadcast. So I just want to be safe that I have your permission that it's a live broadcast, and you know that your faces will be out there in the public.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay, so now you can continue, and I will set up for the live broadcast.
Okay. Please ask your question again.
Well, I was asking about toys basically. So would you tell me, please, what is the basic difference between girls and boys toys nowadays?
What is the basic difference between the girls and boys toys nowadays? Actually, I said I was born in 1996. It means in 1960s decade. I was born in a country, there was war, there was crisis, there was hunger. All these problems came together and got this chance from me to enjoy my childhood. I was a shepherd. I was helping my father with the sheep, with the agriculture and these things. So with all these problems, I have some idea about the toys the children use. Is actually male children or boys. They use the toys. For example, they use small cars and these things. But the ladies, they are busy with making brides, acting like the people who are doing household works, like their moms. And but the boys, I think they use the toys like the for example, the work equipments, the office equipments, they make offices for themselves. They do like driving and these things. This is my all knowledge about toys.
Well, thank you. My second question is to you. Do you think modern technology does have a great influence on today's children's toys? Do you think?
Sure. Nowadays, technology has influenced all the sectors, and not only the children. The technology have crossed the cultures. They have influenced the educations, medicines, and every part of the human's life. The toys are not an exception. They will enter the toys market as well. Actually, they have entered the toys market nowadays. We have the children are using PlayStations. They are using mobile games, laptop games, and using electric toys.
Well, would you tell me about solving problems? You know, what do you think about children? Do you think children is better to solving a problem?
You mean children are better to solve their own problems?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think so, because the children are child enough, or we say they are young enough to solve a problem. Whenever they face a problem, they find it difficult to solve that. So they have to refer their mothers in the initial steps. They can refer their fathers, their siblings, anyone who can solve the problem. Because to start solving the problem by themselves, they may create a new problem. They may create struggles for themselves and their families. So to solve a problem by a child, it may lead to a danger sometimes.
Yeah. Now my last question to you. I want to ask about some questions like ambitions. You know, so what do you think? What ambitions do children usually prefer?
Actually, ambitions, you mean the perspective of their life? Yeah. Mostly when they are in our childhood stage, we have great ambitions. We develop big ideas. We see our future in the better platform. Most of the times we reach the platform, most of the times we miss it. So the child, because the children, because they don't have any difficulties, they don't have any problems, they see every the path paved for themselves, they see only the direct path. And that's why when we ask our children, when we go to a primary school, ask the children, what do you want to be in the future? Most of them says, I want to be the president of the country, I want to be a minister, I want to be a doctor, engineer, these things. But it's good to have a great ambition, because as you see, the greater the goal, the best result you get.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Okay, let me look at who's here. Before we proceed, before you move on, guys, I want to pair the others too. So I want to see who's here. I locked the meeting already because there are already 12 of us, or 11 maybe.
Actually, can feedback, small feedback on our.
Karim, it's hard for me to listen to you guys and at the same time looking after admitting others who are coming in. Plus, I was still like setting up the live broadcast. So I could only listen the last one, but I couldn't listen the question. I only heard your answer, so I cannot base. But what the one thing that I wanna tell you guys as a tip for speaking, when you answer, it's either part 1 or part 3 question, you can just, for example, can you give me the example of your question? Was that? I don't remember your Shiplu.
Ambitions.
Okay, what are your ambitions? Is that?
Actually, can you? Who was the partner
Shiplu, can you give me
Yes,
one
ma'am.
example of your question?
Your third question, fourth one, the last question.
Oh yeah, I was asking about ambition. So I asked him that what ambition do you think children prefer nowadays most?
Okay, good, thank you. So what ambition? So you can only mention maybe one. You can say there are many, but I can mention one. The children usually want to be, for example, a computer wizard. And for example, in my neighborhood or in my family, I have 2 nephews. They want to be an expert in the computer. And I know that many kids nowadays are the same. And I think it's because of the influence of the internet, of the influence of the artificial intelligence. So that's it. So give one and then give an example, and so that your answer is clear. It's not like going here and there and you're giving a lot of ideas. I know that because we have a lot of ideas in our head, and we tend to say a lot of things, and that makes our answer going here and there. Sorry. Okay, so now continue. It's Karim's turn, but let me pair you guys first. So we have, so if you guys want to participate, just turn on your cameras for now while I'm looking at you, and then you can turn it off if it's not your turn yet. So we have Alex, we have Anup, we have Mahbub, we have Nesreen, we have Rev, we have Satish, Shohel, and that's it. So those in the cameras are Jahan, Anup, Mahbub and Shohel. So let me pair you guys. Jahan, I'm gonna pair you with Alex. So Alex is, your camera is on, so that means you're okay to speak. So this pair would be after Karim and Shiplu, and then next pair would be Mahbub Mahbub and Shohel. Okay. So after you guys, there would be Jahan Alex, and then after this pair would be Mahbub and Shohel. Okay, continue. Karim and Shiplu. Oh, Alex, you raised your hand. So you want to say something?
Yeah. I haven't prepared any questions. Sorry to interrupt, but I would like to answer your questions. Because this is very late in my country, and
Okay.
I'm not ready to prepare some questions for you guys. Yeah.
Okay, that's not a problem. So after Karim, you will answer questions, okay? All right.
Thank
So
you.
now we can let Karim and Shiplu go ahead, guys. Karim, you have to unmute. Oh, sorry.
Do you have my voice or no?
Yeah. Okay, Shiplu. Yeah, you will be the examiner, Karim.
Shiplu, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me ask the questions. Question number one. How much has the technology improved how we communicate with each other?
Sorry, technologies, would you repeat, please?
How much technology improved how we communicate with each other?
Yeah, you know, our nowadays modern technologies plays a significant role, and there are lots of mediators and lots of parts to communicate with our relatives, relative persons, as well as neighbors, as well as friends. Such like I can say about Facebook, I can say about Twitter, I can say about WhatsApp. You know, and there are lots of friends and lots of relatives whose they are stayed at outside of the country, so we can make a good communication with them through this modern technologies network.
And do you agree that there are still many more major technological innovations to be made?
Yeah, I think you know, we are living in a modern technologies era. So there are lots of scientists as well as lots of researchers. They are trying to make some good technologies to make our life conducive far better than earlier. So such like I can say there are some scientists and some researchers who are trying to invent some electric. Such like I can say
Sorry, I'm sorry.
there are some
Sorry.
scientists and some researchers who
I
are
don't know
trying
what's
to
going
invent
on.
some
Sorry.
such like I can say
Sorry, I'm sorry.
there are some
Sorry.
scientists.
Just a moment. Oh boy.
Sorry, ma'am, it is repeating.
Yeah, please.
I didn't.
Okay. Can you repeat the question and repeat the answer, please? Sorry,
Okay, let me repeat the question. And do you agree that there are still many more major technological innovations to be made?
Yeah, obviously, to be honest, I think as we are living in a modern technological era, so there are lots of scientists and researchers who are trying to invent some modern technologies to make our life more convenient than previous life. Such like I know from some newspaper that some scientists are trying to invent some electrical car to make our life more faster than the transportation that we are now using now.
And could you suggest some reasons why some people are deciding to reduce their use of technology?
Sorry, I didn't get you. Please repeat.
Could you suggest some reasons why some people are deciding to reduce their use of technology?
Reduce technology.
They want to reduce, the people are going to reduce the use of their technology. They
Oh yeah.
want to.
Yeah, I think technology have some positive sides as well as some drawbacks. So I think in our modern lifestyle, we are very busy nowadays to provide lots of times in using modern technologies mediators. So I think we should focus on our daily routine, and we should take a good routine to use these technologies properly. Otherwise, it will affect a harmful effect on our daily lifestyle as well as our future generation. So we should be more careful to use our modern technologies.
Good. Do you agree or disagree that computer will replace the teachers one day?
Sorry, replace?
The teachers.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
Teachers.
Teachers. Oh yeah, that means you mean instructors.
Yeah, instructor.
I did, but I didn't get your points actually.
Do you agree or disagree that computer will replace teachers one day?
Who can replace teachers? Sorry.
Yeah,
computers. Yeah, I got your point. Sorry. I think it depends, but in my point of view, teachers are most they're good mediators to pursue their training as well as education. But nowadays computer is more popular, but I think in this point to your question, I totally disagree about that. Computers will replace teachers. I didn't agree with that point. I think teachers are the best person to convey their education programs to our students as well as our peoples.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Like I said, as an example, when you answer agree or disagree, you can just pick one. I do agree or I don't agree. And then you give your reason and you say, I do agree. And the reason is that most of the courses now, like across the globe, are done in the computer. Most courses are online, and that's on the horizon. So definitely in the future, it will, definitely in the future, computers will replace educators. So simple, just say that and give the reason why you agree that. So what I mean here is like your answer is clear. And it's also easy for you on your part to say those rather than getting all those ideas here and there. And plus your listener or your examiner will really easily get the idea that you're getting, you want to convey. Okay?
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so are you done, guys? Your part? That's it, right? Karim? You have to unmute. Sorry, Karim. Okay.
Yeah, our part was done. Because of that, I had muted myself.
Okay, thank you guys. You did a good job. So I'll get back to you after Jahan and Alex. So Jahan, it's you have the opportunity to ask questions to Alex, but since Alex doesn't have his question ready, so I'll be the one to ask you questions. Is that okay? You have to unmute, Alex. So we're, oh no, not Alex, but.
Okay, ma'am. I will ask the Alex some question, 3 questions. Alex, of Alex, I can ask him.
Alex, are you there? Alex, I don't see him anymore. Anyways, we'll take, okay. Let's just, I'm gonna ask if that's okay. Shiplu, is that okay if you are the examiner for Jahan? And then after that, we'll take Mahbub and Shohel, and then I'll get back to all of you. I will give you random questions. Okay, Shiplu, you have, if that's okay, Shiplu?
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't get you. Would you repeat, please?
Yeah, can you be an examiner to Jahan because Alex is gone? He disappears. I think his internet is not good.
So I will ask him question part 3 sections, ma'am.
Part 3 questions, like maybe
Uh,
questions.
okay. Thank you, ma'am, for giving me another opportunity. I would like to ask about today's job market. Do you think nowadays IT-related jobs valued more by society?
Repeat, please. I don't understand.
Okay, sure. I am talking about job market nowadays, job market or vacancies. You know, do you think IT-related jobs nowadays valued more by society?
This, I think, yes, sure. This, I think, this is the IT related job is most important and everywhere because the learning a computer and the artificial intelligence, IT related job in increase day by day. In this, our society and our modern technology has development. So I thinking this thinking that IT related jobs, IT related job come to everywhere and they place to others job. Because the robotics nowadays, this is the modern era, and in future it will be increase and increase. So all of human work is replaced by the machine and computer. So if we want to develop the machine learning and machine computer develop it, so we should be required the IT profession is most important. That's it.
Next question.
Okay, thank you. My second question is, we are all nowadays are using Android phone, Android mobile, So sometimes intentionally or accidentally our mobile broke down. So my question is to you, why do people like to get their mobile phones repaired in specialized store rather than non-certified store?
Thank you. That's a great question because we thinking this the our mobile phone when the destroyed or our laptop or mainly Android phone are destroyed. We thinking that our replace our information data. In our daily life we have stored a lot of data in our mobile phone and our mobile chips and other we are communicated by them this mobile. So we thinking if I repair this Android mobile, we have not required the other we have not lost of our information and our privacy from the other hand, and we are another thinking some we are memorize some information such as picture and special file in our Android phone storage. That's why we thinking that replace our we repair our Android phone.
Yeah, I got your answer. My last question is to you that famous person. I am asking about famous person. Famous persons are the one of the most representative of any particular nations. So will you tell me what type of people are famous in your country?
Thank you. Our mainly in our country, the maximum people famous as the maximum famous people, scientists and politician. Mainly for politician are famous person in our country in respect that our country, and some people has and other some people who has the job eligible job to the mainly service cadre, they are famous. But scientists also famous, but they don't get the demand and valuable place the for the respect um, uh, according to who respectful place. And our because I think I first said that the politician is most valuable, because I thinking politicians are dominated the all person and scientist, engineer, lawyer, and all over. So they are they may mainly most of time they will be famous.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
okay, thank you very much. Just to let you know, guys, that I cannot really give you feedback a lot because we have others. So I want others to get the opportunity to speak, right? And our time is limited. I can't stay for so long also. So for the next pair, Shohel and Mahbub, I want you guys to just ask question, answer, and then ask question and answer. Don't give feedback, all right? So that we can continue, and then I can give you random questions, and I can let you speak randomly. So just spontaneously. Okay, so now Shohel and Mahbub.
Yeah, thank you very much for connecting in here. So let me ask you about the question. I'll throw the question, part 3. What do you think is that best way to learn foreign culture?
Thank you so much for your question. I think best way to learn a foreign thing is at this moment is through the internet. We are not living. We have not enough opportunity to go abroad for the learning those kind of things. So that we should use our internet to learn those kind of things, such as YouTube, how to comment, and also Google, how to communicate with foreigner, how the foreign activities, and then we will get enough resources and we will able to learn a lot of things from the internet. To answer your question, that is, we have to use proper internet for this kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. But you will be added that foreign culture can also be learned by working in any multinational company. It's okay. So I'll share the second question in here.
Yes.
What do you think is the biggest problem to work in a foreign country?
Biggest problem?
Yeah.
I think there is biggest problem. If I will discuss about this topic that time, I will throw. I can't find any disadvantage. I can find any disadvantage to work with foreign country, because they have offer a lot of opportunity, such as developing country, because they have a good opportunity for all kind of people and all around the world. And so to answer your question, they will give me to better opportunity from developing country to learn something
Yeah, but you have to add it that the biggest problem to work in country is the language barrier.
Okay.
Competing with the local people is that.
Definitely.
Okay.
So one kind of barrier.
Okay, next
It's
question.
okay. Now I'll get the next question. Part 3, number 3. Some people say that reading is the best way to learn about a culture. Do you agree?
Yeah, I completely agree with this statement because if you are trying to learn something, foreign language, you have to search, you have to do with special writer books, read special writer books. They are provide a lot of information about their country. So I think it's the best way to learn a read book because doing something another.
Yeah, the best way, in my opinion, to visit that country and mingle with the local people and stay there for some time. It's okay.
Your ideas and action is really good for me.
Definitely. So my another question, I'll throw that for number 4. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think why do you think it's important to learn a foreign language?
Yes, there is a lot of advantages to learn a new language. Like if I will go example to learning, we are here to learn new languages and practice each other, because there are a lot of advantages and provided from those countries, especially international language. I will discuss about this kind of thing, because if we are not able to learn, if we have not enough data to know about in depth in English language, we are not survive proper way in anywhere, because international language is play a major role in our country in as well as a foreign country also. So I think it's really a crucial part to learn English language or foreign language.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So
Yeah, I agree with you, Trumps.
so
now
done, Shohel?
Yeah.
That's all the questions. Okay, now it's your turn, Mahbub, to ask questions to Shohel, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm going to ask you some part 3 question. Do young people enjoy living in countryside?
Yeah. Hello, Mahbub. Is that your question? Do you enjoy the people in our countryside?
No. Do young people enjoy living in the countryside?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. All about that things, because there are across the teenager, and they're so young, so they want to pass the time when they will get a vacation from all about that. So they're trying to find a new thing, and they're always try to a new another place, a new thing, because they have to learn from there, and the any visiting places. So they're very luckily interesting, and they'll make a good companion with his friends. So I hope they will enjoy all of that things. That's it.
Okay, my next question for you.
Sorry.
Do old people prefer to live in the countryside or in the city?
Yeah, definitely. I will recommend it that some of people try to live in countryside, because of there are very fields all about that. They have to cultivate it, because we have to need too much people in cities like that. Because of but it's very bad thing, but we cannot afford this time a good effort for their countryside. It's rare, but city is very development, and everybody is trying to find a new thing, and there are want to live in there, because they will get a good opportunity from this city. But I will suggest that it's make a good step, and we will concern all about that when we are trying to find a new thing from countryside, or when we'll going to find a new anything, a planet, and want to make anything. So we have to go there because there are so many fields, and it's comes to the city. So I would suggest to you have to anyone, any person, and any man want to live in there, and that's it.
My last question to you: would you like to live in a foreign country in the future?
Yeah, definitely. I'm eagerly interested this agriculture because I want to know the different culture people, how do they are, and what is the culture actually in there. So I will get there. I will go there because of I want to love. I would like to talk about that. I'm fond of any other countries. I will respect all of them countries and language. So if I get any chance from there, so I will choose it and I'll pick it up. To wrap up this talk, it's totally, I'll say it that. So when I'll get any chance, so I'll got it that. That's it. Thank you very much.
So much.
Okay, guys, let me just give you another. So I'm gonna, just a moment. So I'll ask you questions one by one. So I'll start with Karim, and then Shiplu, and then Jahan, and then Mahbub, and then Shohel. Is that okay?
Yeah, definitely.
So part one questions, each one of you. And then we'll have one more activity and then we're done. So I'm gonna browse my other phone for those questions. Bear with me. It's not, I'm not there yet. Okay, part one questions. One question for Karim. It's about art. Okay. Did you learn art at school when you were a child? You have to unmute, Karim.
Right now I'm unmute.
Yeah, you are.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, the question is, did you learn art at school when you were a child?
Is it for part 3 or for part 2?
Part one question.
Part 1 question. Yeah, sure. Actually, when I was a child in the primary school, we had arts, mostly the writing skills and drawing skills. I was a fan of drawing skills, but I could develop my writing skills, not drawing skills.
Okay, sounds good. Now, next would be Shiplu. Shiplu,
Yes,
your question is about bicycles. What are the advantages of a bicycle compared to a car? Part one question.
Well, to be honest, when I was in my higher secondary student, and then I had a bicycle, and it had lots of advantages at the time because it saves me time when there is a mass traffic jam, you know. So at the time, my bicycle always saves my time to reach my destinations, as like to reach my college to get a proper time. So I think it's the most good transportation, not only for saving time, but also for our maintain our physical fitness as well as our health. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Shiplu. I noticed that you are very good. Your pronunciation and your use of collocations and your grammar is fairly good. But sometimes, like me, I slip with the wrong. I make lots of mistakes. But I noticed that for most of you guys, the problem is grammar and how to use the subject-verb agreement. But Shiplu, I can see that your level is really good.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
And Karim too. All right. Now, for next, it would be Jahan, right? Jahan, you can start unmuting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your question is about color. You know, color like white, black, green, red. So your question is, what can you learn about a person from the colors they like?
Scholars, mainly scholars is the most I prefer. I like the scholars person who was the mainly I like the scientists who are the inventors of our for our society and our nation and our for our human being. Scholars.
Jihan, the question is, what can you learn about a person from the colors they like? For example, I make an example of Karim. For example, Karim likes black color. So what does it tell you about Karim?
Sorry, ma'am. I think it was scholar. I think in
Oh, color. I said colors like red, black, white. You remember? I mentioned those colors. Oh.
I think in the all of color is good because the is the natural color human being created by God. But preferable, I think in the brown, white color and yellowish color. I think who was the yellowish color person. I think this I like that.
Okay, so maybe Karim likes black color, maybe because I learned, for example, if a person likes black color, then maybe that person is classy, elegant, or something like that, right? So, but it's not really that you know the person, the whole person, just because of the color that they choose. Okay, so next would be Mahbub. Mahbub, your turn. And we have Rev, but I'll take care of you, Langga. I know. Okay, I'll take care of you after these two guys. Okay, Mahbub, your question is about computers. So here you are. It's part 1 question. Do you often use a computer? You have to unmute, Mahbub. I'm sorry. Okay.
Can you please repeat the question?
Of course.
Again?
Do you often use a computer, or do you often use a computer?
Yeah, definitely. Most of the time when I try to read something, and it will with computer, and at this moment I totally depend on my computer because I have to do a lot of thing with computer because uh, I have an online shop with.
Okay, that's good. All right, so when you encounter a question like do you often or how often, you can mention like twice a day or every day or two times a week. So that's how, and then you can go on with your answer. But don't forget to say like on average, for example, 2 times a week or 2 times a day. Okay. Now, Shohel, your turn. It's about dancing. Okay. Tell me about traditional dancing in your country. Shohel, you have to unmute. Sorry. Unmute, please.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, Shohel. Tell me about traditional dancing in your country.
Okay, I got it. Today, I would like to talk about traditional dancing in our country, it's totally different from another countries. It's totally related South Indian, because we're in races of Bengali people, so would like to different style, and here it is looks like a different song. So we're trying to more dancing
Well,
from that.
it's a part one question, so you're good. Thank you. Now, maybe Riv wants to participate. Do you want to participate? Okay. Let me ask Shiplu. Shiplu, I like your way of questioning. So can you give questions to Riv, please? 4 or 3, 4 part 3 questions. And then I will give you guys some activities, and that would be our last. We can wrap it up. Okay. First, Shiplu, if you kindly give questions to Riv. Okay, unmute.
Ma'am, will I ask her part 3 questions or part 1?
Part 3 questions, please.
Okay, I got you, ma'am.
All right, just a moment, Shiplu.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, there you go. Or you're unmuted now. Okay, go ahead now, Shiplu.
Well, I would like to ask about you, friends. You know, we have lots of friends, school friends, college friends, undergrad friends. So, do you think what occasions? What do you think about what occasions do people like to make friends?
Well, for me, to have a friends, you don't need to have an occasion or any occasions. Friends will come everywhere, whether it is in just ordinary days, whether it is in your office or just walking in the mall, and then you meet someone who smile with you, a female especially. So I think it is a good start to have a friend.
Well, my second question to you that you know, when some close friends they have some particular same hobbies, same interests. So, do you think it is important to have the same hobbies and interests when making friends?
Well, I will tell you about myself based on the experience and what I observe. In order for you to have a good relationship, in order for you to have a long-term friendship relationship, you have to have this common denominator. You have a common perception in life, things you do, things you like. So to avoid more conflict, and I think this is a good started in order for you to have a good depth relationship.
Okay, I got your point. My last but not least question to you that I want to ask you about social media now. You know, do you think I want to ask about your social media? Do you think our teenagers nowadays spend much time on social media?
Well, because of this pandemic, travel restriction and quarantine, social media is the only they have. This is the only thing that will divert their mind and also will meet and exchange the idea. It also improve the interrelationship, but because of social media, they cannot go outside because of this restriction of this pandemic. However, they have to limit the self and they have to expand the horizon in order to grow their personality when they are old, which is very essential when they become older.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, guys. Now I'm gonna ask you to speak for 1 minute, just about anything that you like to talk about. So I'll set my timer, 1 minute for each person. And then after, okay, we're gonna start with Karim, Shiplu, Jahan, and Mahbub is gone, Shohel, and then Reb, okay? And like I said, you can talk about something that you like to talk about for 1 minute. Okay, so Karim, so let's start with you. and you can start speaking now.
Actually, I like to talk about education and my relation with education. I was born in a country, there was war, there was crisis and hunger. All these things, they gathered together to create problem for the people, for the villagers and the families. My father had to leave school because to find a piece of bread and put it in, give and feed the family. So he couldn't go to school. He couldn't study anything. But when I was in the village, there was no school actually that time. When I got 7 years old, the first elementary primary school was established in our village, but I couldn't go to school because I had to go after sheep. I was a shepherd. My father said you can go to school, but I was going
Time is up.
doing part-time job. Okay.
You're good. You're good. Okay. Thank you. Now let's take Shiplu. Shiplu, your turn.
Well, thank you, ma'am. First of all, I want to express my heartiest gratitude to you for giving me another chance to speak about my topic. And my topic is, I want to just, share with you about an ambition that I have not achieved yet. Well, you know, as a human being, we have lots of ambitions. So I have lots of ambitions and that I'm working on it right now. Earlier, my ambition is that I want to pursue my higher studies for PhD programs and that I want to go Canada to pursue my PhD programs. To be honest, I didn't have any plans to go abroad earlier, but one of my close friend who went to Canada for his higher studies, and after a great conversation with him, he motivated me a lot and he inspired me a lot to make a plan to pursue my higher studies on Canada. He also mentioned that there are two main requisites to get admission in Canadian college. First of all, you have to maintain good.
You're good. You're good. All right. Yeah. Time's up.
Will I continue, ma'am? No, or
no, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
We'll take another one.
That's okay.
Thank you. Jahan, your turn. Okay, let me ask to unmute you. Okay. Unmute, please.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Give me a chance to say it about 1 minute. My topic is environment sustainability. I think in the environment, we know that environment sustainability is the most important part in the world now. We are environment polluted day by day, and we thinking that we should be reduce, recycle, and recycle and reuse. And we have to use the which material is our environment friendly and which material is not used not environment friendly. We should be avoid that. And which material are the which material is the environment mainly hazardous material should be banned of our in this situation. And we have used we have to use environment friendly material.
Okay, time is up. All right, thank you. Now it's Shohel's turn. Let me ask to unmute you.
Yeah.
Okay, can start speaking now. Shohel, unmute, please. There's no, okay.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about where neighbors important. I'm going to talk about neighbors are more important because they are next to live with our house. And in fact, in today's era of these nuclear families, new neighbors are the only family we have to, in times of emergencies. Neighbors are the people with whom we share our walls. There are the first ones to help us in times of need. So that is the main thing. So because of we need to help any other from. So there are different ways and different places lives there, but neighbors next to our house, they are trying to help us, and we can share with there's many of the sad things and the good things. So they're delighted when I'm talking with that any sad things. So they're try to always support our families and all of those members. So that is the
Stop, Shohel. All right, thank you. Good job. Now, Rev, it's your turn.
Hello, it's okay now. Can I start?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Let's talk about mental health. Mental health, especially during this time of pandemic, is very essential, not only in my country, but to whole world, I mean to the whole universe. It is essential because now the percentage of suicides are now significantly increased. So in order for me as a nurse, I have to advocate how to have this good mental health. First, we have to meditate. We have this anxiety, we are very busy, we are panic, but first, at least give 1 minute to relax your mind. Think, inhale and exhale. Second thing is you have enough sleep, at least 6 to 8 hours. In order for you to have a good sleep, you have to take a bath with a warm water, at least a hot bath instead, and take a warm milk. Second, you have to eat healthy foods. Healthy foods means vegetable. Okay.
Thumbs up. All right. Good job, guys, all of you. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time. Okay? So,
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
bye,
Thank you, ma'am.
everyone. Bye, Rev.
Bye.